Hello Internet people! My name is Ryan, and today I am not going to be talking in that ridiculous voice. Today I'm just going to take a little time to explain where the For the Kingdom came from, actually. It's an interesting story. About 2 years ago, I was watching this one... about it. The voice has changed from the original so that I could speak in it naturally for longer periods of time, like around an hour or more of constant gameplay, but all in all it stayed relatively intact. So now that my story is done with, I wanted to go over exactly how I record, edit, and upload Let's Plays to YouTube. First off is selecting the game. I prefer to watch blind LPs, so that's what I prefer to record as well. I like games from the Nintendo 64 era, mostly for the graphics. You know, the simple polygonal shapes, but you know, just past the Voodoo 3 times we've got hardware TNL and all that. You know, games where exploration's a big thing. Once I've selected a game, I usually go in and play through a little bit just to get a feel for it. Once I'm confident in my ability to control and not look completely incompetent, that's it. I can just start the LP right then and there. Games, and I have a fast enough computer to run it properly at high resolutions. I let its microphone feature mix the audio and mix the audio commentary as I play it. I get really good audio quality that. Speaking of the audio, I like to have the game audio as high as it'll go before it drowns me out. I just use the Windows Vista Windows 7 audio mixer, somewhere between 25 and 50%. It's usually pretty good. I can usually get the mix just right, but not always. I know in some of the Shadowman videos, the audio is a bit too loud. My commentary gets drowned out during battles. Anyway, when I'm actually recording, I take multiple small videos. I stop and I start the recording multiple times while playing. This gives me a fine level of control to quote-unquote edit while I'm playing the game. I do no post-recording editing beyond cutting out some parts of the video that are boring, or if there are too many failures in a row. I try to leave most failures in because they can be one of the most entertaining parts of a video. The exception to the rule here is early game failures. Failing at a section because you're unfamiliar with the game is frustrating, whereas later on, failing at a section because it's legitimately challenging just makes it all the better when you succeed. Anyway, once I'm finished, I have a bunch of very large uncompressed video files. An hour of footage in 1080p is guaranteed to be over 100 gigabytes. I combine and compress these videos with this excellent freeware program I found called StacksRip. Let's have a quick look at the user interface here. When you click on the source here, you get the option to join multiple files together. I usually just leave the resize and all these other features unchecked. I encode as H.264 in an MKV container. All of the settings are left on very default medium settings. The audio is some varying higher quality AAC VBR. And then the video files that come out of this are usually about 500 megabytes for 10 to 15 minutes of footage at 1080p. That number goes down very, very quickly if you go down to 720p or 480. Now, after the video is encoded, and usually while it's uploading, because I'm completely crazy, I write up a complete transcript. It's on an actual caption file. You can upload a transcript of the dialogue in your video to YouTube, and it does something, and it sort of figures out how to caption the video. It usually does an okay job. It works a lot better with my voice than any of the in-game stuff. Well anyway, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this or found it informative. So I'll see you around in the next set of videos for Shadowman that no one actually watches. Thanks for watching, Internet people.